Breaking news that will shake the entire league. Hold your breath because the offensive landscape of the NFC South just changed forever. We are talking about a top-tier prospect who was overlooked by some, but is now absolutely dominating the conversation for a major end-of-season award. This individual is setting records that haven't been touched in years, and the impact on the standings is undeniable. If you are a fan of high-octane football and incredible individual performances, you cannot miss this. Before we reveal the name and the incredible details of this story, please take a quick second to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for the latest updates, and drop a comment below with your name and the city you're watching from. We love hearing from our community across the country. Now, let's get into the details of a story that is currently the talk of every front office in the NFL. I am reporting on a development that has caught many off guard, though perhaps it shouldn't have. When we look back at the draft in April, the consensus among many insiders and draftnicks was that the front office would prioritize the defensive side of the ball. The pass rush was a glaring weakness, and the expectation was that a top-tier edge rusher would be the selection. However, General Manager Dan Morgan had a different vision. He decided to double down on the offensive side of the ball, selecting a massive target from the University of Arizona. That player, Tairoa McMillan, has not only met expectations, but has shattered them in a way that has the entire league buzzing. According to a recent survey conducted by NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero, who polled 30 general managers and team executives, Tairoa McMillan is the runaway favorite for the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year award. The numbers for Tairoa McMillan are quite frankly staggering. In this poll of high-level executives, Tairoa McMillan received 17 out of the 30 votes. To put that in perspective, the next closest player received only 3. We are witnessing a season that is historically significant. As of this week, Tairoa McMillan leads all rookies with 924 receiving yards and 7 receiving touchdowns. But it isn't just the volume, it's the explosiveness. He leads the rookie class with 43 receptions of 10-plus yards. While many young players start to struggle as the season wears on, hitting the rookie wall, Tairoa McMillan appears to be finding a second gear. Over the last 5 games, he has hauled in 5 touchdowns, a stretch that has coincided with a major surge for the team. This performance has helped catapult the team into the lead of the NFC South, a division that many thought was up for grabs, but is now being dominated by this young connection. The relationship between the quarterback and his top target is the cornerstone of any great offense. Bryce Young has clearly found his primary weapon in Tairoa McMillan. When you look at the distribution of the passing game, it is almost entirely centered around this 6'5", 212-pound receiver. Tairoa McMillan has 65 catches on the year, which is nearly double the amount of the next closest player, running back Rico Dowdle. The disparity is even more evident in the yardage totals, where no other receiver has even crossed the 400-yard threshold. Bryce Young has thrown 21 touchdown passes this season, and exactly 1/3 of them, 7 in total, have gone to Tairoa McMillan. This level of reliance on a rookie is rare, but Tairoa McMillan has proven he can handle the workload. Bryce Young and Tairoa McMillan are quickly becoming one of the most feared duos in the league, reminiscent of some of the great pairings we've seen in the past. To truly understand the impact of what Tairoa McMillan is doing, we have to look at the historical context within the franchise. The last time the organization had an Offensive Rookie of the Year was back in 2011, when a young quarterback named Cam Newton took the league by storm. Tairoa McMillan is now on a trajectory to join that elite company. He is also chasing records set by Kelvin Benjamin and Christian McCaffrey. Kelvin Benjamin holds the franchise rookie records for receiving yards with 1,088 and receiving touchdowns with 9. With several games left in the season, Tairoa McMillan is well within striking distance of both those marks. Furthermore, Christian McCaffrey's rookie record of 80 receptions is also in jeopardy. The fact that Tairoa McMillan is being mentioned in the same breath as Kelvin Benjamin and Cam Newton speaks volumes about the season he is having. The tactical advantage that Tairoa McMillan brings to the field is immense. At 6'5", his catch radius is a nightmare for opposing defensive backs. In the red zone, Bryce Young can simply loft the ball up, knowing that Tairoa McMillan has the size and leaping ability to come down with it. This has fundamentally changed how Coach Dave Canales calls plays. The offense is no longer struggling to find an identity. It is built around the unique skill set of Tairoa McMillan. We've seen this before in the league with players like Mike Evans or even a young Kelvin Benjamin, but Tairoa McMillan seems to possess a level of route running polish that is rare for someone of his stature. His ability to create separation on intermediate routes combined with his vertical threat makes him a complete receiver. We should also discuss the other players mentioned in Pelissero's poll, as it highlights just how dominant Tairoa McMillan has been. While Tairoa McMillan took 17 votes, the remaining 13 votes were split among 9 other players. This includes Colts tight end Tyler Warren, who received 3 votes, and Bucs receiver Emeka Egbuka, who received 2. Even talented players like Travion Henderson, Tyler Shook, and Will Campbell are trailing far behind in the eyes of the league's decision-makers. The fact that Jackson Dart and Ashton Janty only received a single vote each further emphasizes that the gap between Tatairaoa McMillan and the rest of the class is widening. The consistency that Tatairaoa McMillan has shown, especially as the team fights for a playoff spot, is what truly sets him apart from the other rookies. Financially, having a player of Tatairaoa McMillan as a rookie contract is a massive boon for the front office. It allows Dan Morgan to allocate resources elsewhere on the roster, perhaps finally addressing that pass rush in the upcoming offseason or through free agency. The value of a true number one receiver is skyrocketing in the NFL, and the Panthers have essentially secured one for the next several years at a fraction of the market cost. As Bryce Young continues to develop alongside Tatairaoa McMillan, the ceiling for this offense continues to rise. The chemistry between Bryce Young and Tatairaoa McMillan is the most promising sign for this franchise since the peak of the Cam Newton era. Looking ahead, the schedule offers several intriguing matchups for Tatairaoa McMillan. As he nears those rookie records held by Kelvin Benjamin and Christian McCaffrey, every catch and every yard will be scrutinized. If he can maintain this pace and lead the team to an NFC South title, the Offensive Rookie of the Year award will be more than just a probability. It will be a certainty. We are watching a star being born in real time. Tatairaoa McMillan is not just the future of this team, he is the present. The decision to pass on a defensive player in the first round was heavily criticized at the time, but Dan Morgan is having the last laugh now. Tatairaoa McMillan has proven to be the missing piece that has transformed this offense into a legitimate threat. In conclusion, the rise of Tatairaoa McMillan is the story of the season for the organization. From the initial skepticism of the draft pick to the record-breaking performances on the field, it has been a whirlwind journey. Tatairaoa McMillan has become the focal point of everything they do on offense, providing Bryce Young with the reliable, dominant target he desperately needed. As we move into the final stretch of the season, the eyes of the entire football world will be on Tatairaoa McMillan to see if he can finish this historic campaign and bring home the hardware. Stay tuned, because if the last 5 games are any indication, Tatairaoa McMillan is just getting started, and the records of Kelvin Benjamin and others are about to fall.